Why do we need these supplements? And it's always about which supplement should I take, which one should I avoid, but there are potentially other supplements that you should be taking to speed up your fertility journey and help you get pregnant. So before we get started, just a quick shout out to Fairhaven Health, who is so kind and generous to sponsor this video. Fairhaven produces many awesome supplements and products for all your fertility needs. One of my favorite and one of the ones I use all the time for my fertility coaching clients is FH Pro for women. So if you are in need for some additional supplementation or fertility products, I highly suggest that you check out Fairhaven Health. Well, everyone, we made it to 2021. I am so grateful to be in the new year, and most of all, so grateful to be here with all of you to support you on your fertility journey. And one of the questions that I get asked so often is all about supplements. CoQ10, DHEA, progesterone, maca, Vitex. What do I need? What should I be taking? These are all the questions that I get asked all the time. So in this video, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Do you really need all these supplements? Are they the right ones for you? So I want you to keep watching because this video is going to be talking about all the fertility supplements that you need in this year. That's right, in 2021, so that you can get pregnant and have the pregnancy that you desire. My name is Dr. Marc Sklar, also known as the Fertility Expert, and welcome to Fertility TV, your YouTube channel dedicated to helping you get pregnant. I've been helping couples get pregnant for over 18 years. From all over the world with my online fertility consultations, my online programs, and if you're lucky enough to be right here in San Diego, at my clinics as well. Supplements and supplements for your fertility are so important. It's such a hot topic and one that I can talk about all day long. To make this video not just shorter, but reasonable in time, in this video, I'm going to talk about the one supplement I love and the one supplement I am careful about and that you should avoid. But there are potentially other supplements that you should be taking to speed up your fertility journey and help you get pregnant. Make sure that you register for the free training on this exact topic using the link below in the description, where I'm going to talk about the 5 must-take supplements and a ton of other helpful tips to help you get pregnant. Okay, so let's get into it. Supplements. I know this is such an important topic, one that you've probably discussed with your best friend, your mom, your partner, and it's always about which supplement should I take, which one should I avoid. Many times I hear from all of you that your husband or partner is just like, why are you on all these things and are they really working, right? So these are the questions that we really want to answer right now for you. So first and foremost, why do we need these supplements? I think the first most important thing that we all need to recognize is that we can't get all the nutrients that we want from the food that we eat. I wish we could, and in previous times, that definitely was the case. I think for all of you who eat organic and are really, really conscious and careful about the quality of the food you eat, making sure that you're getting a lot of veggies and a lot of good healthy fat and protein in your diet, you're probably doing better than those of you who don't do those things and work those items into your diet. But in general, the quality of the food, the nutrition from the food, the vitamins that we typically should and can get from our food is not quite the same as we should be getting and used to be able to get previously. And so for that reason, just getting a general vitamin regimen into your fertility planning is going to be extremely important because that's going to make sure that you get the foundational nutrients that you need, not only for fertility, but just for overall function in your body. The second reason that we need supplements is because of genetics. We all have a unique genetic makeup that was put together by your mother and your father and your grandparents, all building up to you, who you are today, right? So that genetic makeup makes us predisposed to specific conditions, specific genetic issues, and because of that, that is also a reason why we might need more or less of specific nutrients and supplementation. And those are things that we need to understand better about our own bodies. Now, we're fortunate enough today that we have a lot of genetic testing at our disposal, especially for all of you at the consumer level, that can give you some basic understanding of your genetic makeup, the things that are working really well and the things that aren't working really well, and that you need a little bit more support on. And that is another reason why many of us need additional supplementation. But on that note, that is also potentially a reason why some of us have to be careful about the quality of the supplements we take, the form that those nutrients come in, and maybe you're overdoing it in one area, or you don't need any of those specific nutrients at all because of your genetic makeup. And so that is also why the genetic predisposition that you have is very, very important. Now, when we start to get into epigenetics and our genetic makeup, that is also where food comes in, and the food nutrition that you eat and the quality of the food that you eat will also influence that and make a big impact there as well. We do need to be mindful of our own genetic issues, and that's also why we all can't just take any supplements. We can't just go to the regular grocery store or CVS and get the Target brand nutritional supplements because they might not be the appropriate kind for you. And that's also why we can't just take what our best friend is taking or the person that you've been talking to on Facebook because they got pregnant taking a specific supplement, so they're recommending it for you. That's also potentially why you can't do that, why you need a specific nutritional plan and supplement plan for your needs and your genetic makeup. Okay, so the next reason why you need supplementation when you're on your fertility journey is to make functional changes to your body, to your physiology. We want to make those changes, and sometimes the only way to make those changes to our physiology and so that our body functions better and is not impacted by our predisposition to certain health conditions is with supplementation. So for example, if you've got poor egg quality, you need additional support with PCOS, endometriosis, whatever the condition may be, that is also certainly a reason why you may need additional supplementation that you're not getting or not aware that you need. And we know that there are specific nutrients that can support or make these other conditions worse, right? So we know that there are specific conditions that can either enhance or hinder our predisposition to these genetic issues or these diagnoses, like I mentioned, endometriosis, PCOS, poor egg quality. And so we want to address these things, and that's where this supplementation comes into play because it can make a physiological change. It can change your body makeup, the chemistry that's going on with your hormones, so that those areas aren't taking control of your fertility and so that you are taking control of it. But when it comes to supplementation, and this is my fourth point about it, is that you need to make sure that you're taking the things that you need, which is why I touched on those areas prior to this, is that it can't just be what your neighbor told you or your mom read or the person that you've been connecting with on Facebook or Instagram recommended for you. Because we all need our own unique supplementation regimen and plan based on our needs, based on our diagnosis, our genetic predisposition, where we live, the type of food we eat. These are all things that influence what you need as an individual, and that means you can't just start taking anything off the shelf that someone just recommended. It's also why quality is so important when we talk about supplements. All right, so now let's get into some of the supplements that I think that you can benefit from. But before I get into the ones that I love, I do want to talk about the one that I maybe don't like as much or I'm a little bit more careful of, and I think that all of you should be a little bit more careful of it as well. And that one is actually called Vitex, also known as chase tree berry. So chase tree or Vitex is often talked about and written about as it is a huge benefit to fertility and hormone regulations and helping you all regulate your cycles. But the reality is that clinically, I find that there's a lot of variability when it comes to the use of Vitex. I also find that many of you will just start using it and you don't really need it, and you haven't done the right testing around it to know if you need it. So Vitex is really beneficial if there's a pituitary issue or if you're potentially having irregular cycles and low progesterone. But even then, that has to be used very carefully and be monitored closely. The other issue that I find with the use of Vitex is that it might work for a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, and then after that, it doesn't do what it initially did. So I do want all of you to be very, very careful when using Vitex. I also think that all of you should be working with a healthcare provider who can assess your specific needs and if you actually need it. So now let's talk about the supplements that I do love. When I started this video, I did mention that I'm going to talk about one that I love, although there are others that I think may be beneficial for you. And just a reminder, again, if you want more information on supplementation, I am doing a free training on the 5 supplements that I think you may need to improve your fertility. So if you want to join me for that training, then I do want you to use the link below to register and join me for that. So now let's get into the one supplement that I think is great, which is actually from the same company that is sponsoring this video, Fairhaven Health. They actually make 2 wonderful supplements, one called FH Pro for women and one called FH Pro for men. If you've used these before, I want you to comment below and let me know. If you haven't used them, then comment below and let me know if you think that this might be useful for you. Now, one of the benefits of these products is that the company has done extensive research on the benefit of these 2 guys for your fertility. And so I always love to see research that supports why we need it. And the Fairhaven Pro for Men has had a ton of wonderful research studies that show that it can improve the sperm count, motility, and morphology. It also works at a deeper level to help improve the quality of the sperm. And FH Pro for Women has got a wonderful formulation to really work on egg quality and regulate your hormones. And they are in the process of finalizing some amazing research that they've been doing with this product as well. So if you are in the need of a well-rounded product to support all your fertility needs, then these would be the 2 that I recommend. By the way, these would replace your multivitamins for a man or a prenatal for a woman. So before we get started talking about supplements, what I want to hear from all of you by commenting below is how many of you are taking 5 or more supplements to improve your fertility? How many of you are taking, that's right, 10 or more supplements to improve your fertility? If you've got a long list or a big cabinet full of supplements, I want to know. Comment below and let me know. All right, so there are actually 4 more supplements that I love and use often with the couples and women that I coach. I'll be talking about those and several other fertility boosting tips in my free training coming up. I want you to register, and to register, you've got to use the link in the description below. In that training, I'm going to go in depth so that we can learn so much more about all these 5 supplements and how they can improve your fertility and so much more. And on top of that, I'm going to do an open Q&A to be able to answer all of your questions. So I want you to join me. Don't forget, use the link below in the description. I'm also going to leave a few other previous Fertility TV episodes right here for you to check out so that you can continue to educate yourself and improve your fertility. If this video was useful to you, then please, please, please give it a like and leave a comment so that I know that you loved this video and the information that I'm sharing. By liking this video and leave a comment, you actually allow this video to be seen by other women who need the same help that you need. So let's help everybody get pregnant in 2021. Leave a comment and like this video. And if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, you should be. Make sure you subscribe by hitting that bell so that you can be notified when I put out a new video for you. Until the next video, please, please, please stay healthy and most of all, stay fertile.